Let's start with the basics. Constructivism is a learning theory that suggests people actively construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world through experiences and reflecting on those experiences. Rather than passively absorbing information, learners build their own mental models. This approach shifts the focus from teaching to learning, emphasizing the learner's role in making sense of information. As we move forward, you'll see how this theory shapes modern education and why it's so influential in classrooms today. Constructivism didn't just appear overnight. Its roots can be traced back to influential thinkers like Jean Piaget and Lev Vygotsky. Piaget emphasized how children develop cognitive abilities through stages, while Vygotsky highlighted the importance of social interaction in learning. These foundational ideas laid the groundwork for what we now call constructivist learning theory. Understanding this history helps us appreciate why constructivism values both individual discovery and collaborative learning. At its heart, constructivism is built on several core principles. First, learning is an active process. Students aren't empty vessels waiting to be filled. Instead, they engage with materials, ask questions, and solve problems. Second, knowledge is constructed, not transmitted. Each learner brings unique experiences that shape their understanding. Third, social interaction plays a key role, as discussing ideas with others helps deepen comprehension. These principles guide how constructivist classrooms operate. Constructivist classrooms are lively places where students are encouraged to explore, experiment, and discover. Instead of listening to long lectures, learners might conduct experiments, participate in group projects, or investigate real-world problems. This hands-on approach helps students make connections between new information and what they already know, making learning more meaningful and memorable. In constructivist learning, the teacher's role shifts from being the main source of knowledge to a facilitator or guide. Teachers design environments where students can ask questions, experiment, and reflect. They provide support and resources, but encourage learners to take responsibility for their own learning. This approach helps students develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills, preparing them for lifelong learning. Learning doesn't happen in isolation. Constructivism emphasizes the importance of social interaction. Students learn best when they collaborate, discuss, and share ideas with peers. Group work, debates, and cooperative projects are common in constructivist classrooms. These activities not only deepen understanding, but also help students develop communication and teamwork skills that are valuable beyond school. Key concept in constructivism is scaffolding. This means providing temporary support to help students reach higher levels of understanding. Teachers might break tasks into smaller steps, offer hints, or model strategies. As students gain confidence, these supports are gradually removed, allowing learners to become more independent. Scaffolding ensures that all students can succeed, regardless of their starting point. Constructivist learning often takes place in real-world contexts. Instead of abstract drills, students solve authentic problems that relate to their lives. For example, they might design a garden to learn about plants, or create a budget to practice math skills. This approach makes learning relevant and engaging, helping students see the value of what they're studying. Assessment in constructivist classrooms looks different from traditional tests. Instead of focusing only on right or wrong answers, teachers use portfolios, projects, and presentations to evaluate understanding. This allows students to demonstrate their learning in creative ways and reflect on their progress. Assessment becomes part of the learning process, not just a final judgment. There are many benefits to constructivist learning. Students become more engaged and motivated as they see the relevance of what they're learning. They develop critical thinking, problem-solving, and collaboration skills. Most importantly, they learn how to learn, a skill that will serve them throughout their lives. Constructivism prepares students not just for exams, but for real-world challenges. Of course, constructivism isn't without its challenges. Some critics argue that it can be difficult to implement, especially in large classes or with standardized testing requirements. Others worry that students might miss essential knowledge without direct instruction. However, many educators find that with careful planning, constructivist approaches can be both practical and effective. Let's look at constructivism in action. Imagine a science class where students design their own experiments, collect data, and present findings, or a literature class where learners interpret texts through discussion and debate. These examples show how constructivist principles create dynamic, student-centered classrooms where learning is an active, collaborative process. Technology offers new opportunities for constructivist learning. Digital tools like simulations, online discussions, and collaborative platforms allow students to explore concepts in interactive ways. Teachers can create virtual environments where learners experiment, share ideas, and receive feedback. Technology, when used thoughtfully, can enhance constructivist practices and make learning even more engaging. Constructivist approaches are used in classrooms around the world. From project-based learning in the United States to inquiry-based science in Finland, educators adapt constructivist principles to fit their local contexts. This global reach shows the flexibility and appeal of constructivism, as teachers everywhere seek to make learning meaningful and student-centered. Sum up, constructivism is a powerful learning theory that puts students at the center of their education. By encouraging active exploration, social interaction, and real-world problem-solving, It helps learners build deep, lasting understanding. While there are challenges, the benefits of constructivism are clear, preparing students not just for tests, but for life. As education continues to evolve, constructivist ideas will remain at the heart of effective teaching and learning.